Hello, Brandon.
Hello, my name is Brandon Johnson, and I'm 14, and I'm in 8th grade, and I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I go to school, middle school here at Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Great. And Brandon, I asked you to talk to us about one of the questions on a set of learning need questions. So, and the question that we decided to answer is, when a teacher introduces a new subject, it is most helpful, and then on a continuum, on one end, to first get lots of background information and details about the subject, or to start asking questions right away. And those are the two ends of the continuum. So can you tell us about, how you would answer that question and why you'd answer it that way?
First of all, I'd answer that question with asking questions right away, because I like to know exactly what I have to do, and I don't like to have any holes in it that I might struggle with. Like I have my teacher's emails, and if they don't tell me the exact instructions, then I'm kind of screwed, because then I have to email them 5 times, ask them, and they get angry. So.
And what is information that you tend to ask for and need?
Ask for basic instructions to complicated, what do I do, how do I do it, where do I look for answers, all that stuff. And when I start on the assignment, I usually get up and go talk to my teacher, so what again? You do this, just to make sure, because I have to have it. I'm a perfect person. I like to have it perfect. So.
When you say you're a perfect person, what do you mean?
I don't like to have little mess ups or anything. I like to have it all be perfectly good.
Do you know why you like that, or what the reason is for that?
No.
No, that's just the way you like it.
Yeah.
One time when you were young, you told me that when you were drawing a picture of I think it was a bird, might have been a pterodactyl, that you wanted it to look realistic. And so the crayons or the colors that you used were important, because if you picked the wrong one, it wouldn't look like it actually looks in reality. Is it sort of like that?
Yeah, I like to first, for instance, when I'm playing guitar, I don't have a teacher, so I use the internet, and I'll find a lot of tutorials on learning a certain song that I want to learn on the guitar that just don't work for me. Either because I can pick out if there's any mistakes, and I like to do it right, because to me it needs to sound perfect. Like I'm playing at the talent show, and it took me a while to find the right tutorial on how to play my song, because a lot of the tutorials were just people that kind of just learned by ear. And I don't want to do that, because I want it to be played exactly how it's actually done by the person that wrote the song.
So can you, in that situation where you don't have the information that you need, or you're working on something and you're missing part of what's required for you to move forward, can you talk about what happens when you get stuck, and how you get yourself, what gets you stuck, and how you move yourself out of that?
Usually I wait dig myself into a more complicated situation. When I'm trying to play a game on the computer and it's not really working, so I get delayed. I try to find the quickest way out of it, so I go on the internet and download all these drivers and a bunch of stuff so I can see if it'll work better. But usually it just I end up with a bunch of crap on my computer and the game doesn't work at all, so I uninstall it.
What about in situations at school where you get stuck? Can you describe?
I usually, if I can't talk to the teacher, I will wait. And sometimes I'll ask several students. I don't like to ask my friends because they're not really as smart as me. So I don't like to ask them because they really don't know what they're talking about sometimes. So I usually ask kids that I know that they know what they're doing, or I wait to ask the teacher, or I just go ask the teacher.
So is it important for you to have a good source of information? What about, can you think of a project where you got stuck and talk about that?
Yeah, in my science class,